So let's look at additions. What are the substantive procedures that can be performed to verify rights and obligations, valuation, and then completeness of additions? Additions, we said these are assets that are acquired during the year. Yes, so what are the substantive procedures that can be performed to make sure that the entity has a right to those assets that we acquired, or the entity is obliged to pay for something, their valuation, and then completeness? So the first substantive procedure is obtain a breakdown of the additions, like a list of what was acquired during the year. Then cast the list and agree to the asset register and the general ledger to confirm completeness. So obtain a list of what was acquired and then compare it to the assets that were recorded in the asset register and then the general ledger to confirm completeness, to confirm if everything was recorded. Yeah. Then secondly, select a sample of some additions and agree cost to supplier invoices, the architect certificates to confirm valuation. So you can select a sample of additions that were recorded maybe in the general ledger, and then you compare with the supplier invoices. Then you can also compare with the certificates, the architect certificates or the valuation certificates to confirm valuation. Another substantive procedure is you can verify rights and obligation by agreeing the addition of PPE to supply invoices in the names of the entity. Like, how can you confirm that the entity actually owns the items that were acquired? So you can confirm this by matching like the property, plant and equipment that was recorded. It can be in the statement of financial position or in the general ledger, to the supplier invoices or to the receipt, to make sure that that invoice is in the names of the organization, or the receipt that was written is in the names of the organization, so that you can be able to confirm that the assets actually belong to the organization, or the organization has a right to the assets or to the additions. Then another substantive procedure is you can review a list of additions that were made during that year to confirm if they are capital expenditure rather than repairs and maintenance. So you have to confirm if they are capital expenditure and not repairs and maintenance, because those two can be confused. So you review a list of additions and confirm if they are capital expenditure and not repairs and maintenance of assets. Then another procedure is you can review repairs and maintenance accounts for large items that may be capital expenditure. So in case there are any large amounts, that should be recorded as a capital expenditure. Then another one is you can review the board minutes for authorization of acquisition by the board. Like, you look at the minutes that were giving maybe the procurement department permission to purchase those assets that were purchased. Then another one is you can physically inspect a sample of additions that were recorded in the asset register to confirm existence. As I told you, this is the main substantive procedure to confirm existence. Physically inspect a sample of what was recorded to the asset register to confirm if it is actually there. Then you can recalculate the depreciation charge for a sum of additions to confirm that the calculations are correctly applied. Anything that has to do with recalculation, it relates to accuracy. Then another procedure is that you can review the disclosure of additions in the draft financial statements to ensure they are in line with IAS 16, and this is to verify the presentation assertion. Then another one is verify additions by inspection of the architect certificates, the supplier invoices, etc. Like to make sure that it was actually acquired. Like you verify what was recorded in the general ledger with the certificates or with the invoices, with the receipts. Yeah. So those are some of the substantive procedures when it comes to additions. Substantive procedures are very many, but you can decide to choose at least 5 or no, at least one substantive procedure in relation to each assertion.